Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay. We're waiting for Mike to come back and do a little bit more announcing with us. We're just resetting our cameras so that we can bring you sheet 2 or sheet 3. Right now we're going to be featuring the game on sheet 2. On sheet 3. And more to come. Give us a few seconds.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our 1 o'clock draw over here at Broomstones. This afternoon's featured game is, we have the Red Roses of South Shore Curling Club against the Teacups from Ardsley 2. We're in the second end here. Looks like, who's throwing what color? Looks like Ardsley is throwing red. Is that right, Randy? Sorry. So Ardsley took one in the first end, sorry about that. And right now, sitting shot rock behind some pretty good cover. Coach is looking just to take this out, clean it up a little bit.
Sorry about all the technical playing around, folks. We're trying to set up so we can more easily switch between games if something happens where we end up with a washout after 5 ends.
Or a really exciting shot on another sheet.
That too, although, yeah, we want to be able to move between at least 2 sheets, so that called for some complete swapping around. And
so that hit was a little bit lighter than hoped for. It crashed on the guard. Still leaving Ardsley in good position. Looks like maybe we're going to go for a little tap back there.
Someone said something's confusing. What's confusing? Rep slice.
Rocks away. Sweepers are giving it a look. Needs to curl. Sweepers staying close. And they're, all right, working the rock. Looks like it needs to come over a little bit more.
Okay.
All right.
Let me guess. It's confusing because there's too many pictures on, right?
All right, guard, that works. Again, they're looking to steal, so a guard
try
is
and
not
bring
a bad
this down
option.
a little bit for you.
Costa, yeah, that's pretty much his only option. He's going to go for the draw down to the button. We'll see how that mid guard comes into play. Shots away. Sweepers are liking the weight. Might be just a touch heavy. Keeping an eye on it. Line is pretty good there. You know, it's definitely where he wanted it to be. Just a little heavy. Let's see what Matt does in response to this. Again, just looking to steal. Maybe a little hit and roll. Question is, how much of that rock can the vice see? Looks like we're going to go for another guard. Maybe it's time to a tap up. Let's see what kind of weight this comes down with.
Yeah, real estate's the problem.
Rocks away. Really starting to curl. If they want to run anything, they got to get on that. Moving hard towards that center line. Oh, get it over. Make sure it's over. Sweeper's working hard, and a long guard's a good guard. All right. Kayser's going to try that same thing. Draw down towards the 4 foot, hoping for a little less weight. The line last time was real good.
I didn't know what my wife was doing, so she's in the kitchen still. I don't know how long her kitchen's for.
Rachel Butler in the hack, sliding out, and the shot is away. Sweepers, early action on this rock. See if they can get it by that mid-yellow guard.
Any event. Event seems to be going well, though.
Pick over the guard. Leave support, not sure that he'll be able to use that. We'll have to see what happens.
They handled me 3 years ago.
In practice thing. Just like we're beginning practice thing.
Yeah, but I knew at the beginning of the day I wasn't even.
Yep, Ardsley's just going to go for that safe guard. This is what you want. Your back end rock Guard, guard, guard. Probably looking for a long guard just on that sweep line. Shots away. Sweepers are on it. Looks like the weight's pretty good, so this must be for line. Maybe get a little just bump over off that yellow. Little bump bump. That works. Taking away the options for South Shore. Costa's seeing what his options are. Looks like we're going to try and do an angle raise on that yellow mid-guard. Shots away. Sweepers are working it real hard. Looks like it needs to come over a little bit towards if you're going to get the right angle. Sweepers are staying close. We're getting some armchair sweeping calls from the peanut gallery here, wanting those sweepers to sweep it farther in.
I don't want to monopolize it either. I know there's a lot of people that want to get in. Who's got what rock? South Shore is 4-1.
Got a discussion here. Again, Ardsley just looking to keep this feel.
Broomstones 7.
Matt's headed out from the house to see what the angles are. They look any better from out there. Little tap tap, see if he can't get two here. Shots there. Maybe a little bit of a backline weight. Doesn't need to be real heavy, just enough to move that rock in the top of the 12-foot back a little bit. Are two of the cameras the same with view delayed? That is a really good question. All right, Matt's telling his sweepers what the shot is so that everyone's on sync. Getting ready in the hack. Again, South Shore is playing the Yellow Rocks. They've got hammer in this end, but right now Ardsley's pretty well buried for a steal as it stands right now. Shots away. Weight looks pretty good. Line looks like it's good. A little bit of sweeping from the sweepers. Keeping it warm. Sweepers are sweeping it, trying to bring it down. Looks like it may not have the legs to get there. And we end up with another long guard just off the center line. But again, you know, if you're sitting one in the steal position, having all that protection out front, not a bad thing. Costa's evaluating what his options are. Looking to see if he can angle raise that yellow guard. Based on that ice, looks like he'll be throwing some pretty firm weight at it. Has to be careful to have enough weight to move the rock, but not so far to go out the back. Still working on our camera angles here. All right, here comes the shot from Costa. Sweepers are on it. Vice calls them off. Angles look pretty good. It's got enough weight. Oh, angle was real nice. Just needed a touch more weight to move that rock a little bit farther. Pretty fresh line out there. Not very many rocks down that side of the sheet yet, so really hard to figure out what kind of weight you need to throw at this point in the game. First time back, so looks like Ardsley's going to try and guard, come inside out. I think the call is here is for a guard, and we'll see what happens.
In answer to the question that got asked about the camera angles, what you'll find is that we're trying to get some near house cams in place, which we did, and we've taken our 2 point and pan and tilt cameras and moved them to either end of the ice. And so what you have basically currently in the upper right hand corner is a long shot on sheet 2, and the bottom left is near house on sheet 2.
Oh, sweepers are working it hard. Sorry, Randy.
Go ahead,
It's
that's the important part.
hog. Again, first time, down that center line, trying to go out to the wing. So the question is, will Costa try and do the same shot? Now he's got a couple of rocks that he's got to move.
Kind of looks like a bad Othello board, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But unfortunately, you don't get to flip over the rocks to another color if you hit them.
Well, you could try.
All right, so Costa's...
Hit it hard enough to knock the paint off them.
That's right. Costa's taking a second shot at the... you love to have that repeat shot. Sweepers are working it hard. Is it a little bit inside? Let's see what happens here. Oh, just inside. Looks like it'll be a steal of 1 red. So Ardsley is taking the lead, 2-1. Still a lot of ends left to go. So here's the question of the day. Does anyone know how to say Matt's last name? Is it Gallegos?
Gallegos.
Gallegos? All right. Gallegos is calling for a center guard. Gallegos? Oh. Anyone out there watching, a friend or family member of Matt's, you can tell us how to pronounce his last name.
It's really easy. Just call him by his nickname.
Which is?
Mustachio.
Mustachio, yes. Matt is sporting the stash this weekend.
I think he scored some more this weekend.
Well,
Big work.
so usually the curl is up and longer, so this is a regular look for Matt. All right, it looks like a pretty good guard, not too close. All right, Costa's getting aggressive, going to draw right down behind it, first to the pin. Shots away. Sweepers are liking the weight of it. Looks like it may have legs to carry it all the way to the hack. That's all right. We'll see if she'll get another shot at that. Matt's calling for that same center guard. Just try and cover up the draw to the button. Shots away. Sharon knows what kind of weight she wants to throw because she's already thrown that same weight. Now it's just a matter of line. Definitely hanging out there. Looks like this one's got a little bit more than the first one. It's going to slide right back into the house. Right to the back 4. Pretty well buried, but yeah, I can draw right down to it. I like this aggressive play. All right, shots away, and if Chris is throwing the same weight she did with the first one, that will work, because even a little tap back is fine. again, hanging out there on that line. So seems that if you've got any sort of weight behind the rocks, it's hanging on a bit on that sweep line. Unfortunately, that one's through the house. Again, Ardsley in a position to steal. I like the call of the guard. What do you think of that, Randy?
Well, let's see. What are they going to do here? I mean, it's still early in the end.
It's early in the game, but he's looking to
No, it's early in
steal.
the end.
Oh, it's still early in the end, but he's still sitting to steal.
I'd split the house.
Split the house?
I'd split the house. I'd put something on the edge. I'd give them multiple targets and make them hope for the best.
You don't like just going for the steal of one? You want the steal of multiple?
Oh no, I play old school. I play
Getting
old school.
some
I
insight
pour
into
it all in
Randy's,
there.
Skipping. I definitely play a much more conservative game.
Conservative doesn't make 8-enders.
That is true. However, you know,
well, no, they accomplish
the C event. These are C event games, right? And the winners move on, and the losers
get to drink.
The losers are, yes, they get to enjoy the rest of the weekend with the Broomstones hospitality. So, you know, you want to make sure you keep going after this game.
Why? Broomstones has got great hospitality.
We do, but, you know, if you're going to come to curl, you want to spend as much time as you can on the ice, right? All right.
Or on the rocks.
Let's see. We peel that over. Hey, Randy, look.
They split the house.
Yeah, you've got your split house. Matt's looking to see if that yellow is any sort of biter or not. Again, calling for that same center guard. Just protect what they've got. Shots away. Let's see how it curls on this line. Does it have the weight to just come over and just cut off the top of that button to draw to the floor? Sweepers are staying right off this one. Might have a little bit more than he had anticipated.
Bring it back, boys. Bring it back.
How many viewers do you guys have right now?
Right now we got 22 people that are watching us. Over the course of the event, we've had highs of about 45 or 50 at any one time. We've had a grand total of a little over 2,000 viewers tuning in.
For this Kayser event. So Costa's calling for the takeout. Shots away. Needs to curl over if we're going to get some action on those racks. And, oh, just scoots right by.
Wow. You know, I curled with Rob last year. Rob's from South Shore, and South Shore is it's an arena curling club, which actually we have a lot of people from arena clubs here for this particular tournament. And but Rob's actually a very good curler. He's probably one of the best that South Shore has.
Well, it's funny. I always feel like you have to watch out for those arena curlers because they are playing with some really challenging conditions. They get onto curling ice, and you know, you have to watch out for them. They can be lights out.
Well, that's true. They also have the issue of when they get to an ice that's kind of regular, they keep looking for these monster turns or these falls where you're playing negative ice 2 sheets over, and they're not there.
That's the broom to figure out what this ice is going to do. So it may take them a little while to get the read in the ice.
It's not always easy.
Unfortunately, that one came up just a hair short of the hog line, pulled out of play. Rob's looking for the hit and roll. This is a little bit behind the tee line, so it'll be interesting to see what the angles are. You know, he can hit and roll over onto that one in the back of the forefoot. That'll be a great shot. Shots away. Oh. You know what? Maybe this is not a hit and roll. It looks like it's the other handle, so just a draw right down. But we're going to be on that front guard.
He's going to crash.
Weight is pretty good. It just needed a little bit more room.
Need a little more weight, too. I mean, had he not crashed, he'd have moved up another 8 inches.
All right, but that's calling for another guard.
Yeah. Now, notice why I said split the house at the beginning. How many red do you see?
Well, yeah, you got 3 red in there.
And how many? And
But it wasn't a result of Matt splitting the house.
I understand, but everybody's playing for the 4 foot, and that.
Well, the ones with the wings will bite you later on if you're not paying attention.
That's the point. That's the point. There's a whole game of biters that you can play.
We got some fans over on the seat 4 table rooting us on here in the broadcast booth. Thanks to all my fans out there. All right, guard, mid to long guard. Looks like we're going to try to just tap that corner guard, see if we can do an angle raise.
Don't forget to be a whole other day.
All right, shots away. It's definitely got more weight. Question
Oh,
is,
yeah.
where is the angle going to play? It's going to see if we can hold it out there, but it's really coming in.
And he's trying to raise his own.
Yeah.
And he gets a piece of it, but not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea behind that. It just needed a little bit of a different angle. I like the weight. Move that red rock.
Yeah, I think he's been watching some of the mixed doubles play.
Hey, I play mixed doubles on Sunday here at Broomstones, and it's that draw to the pin. It serves you really well.
You play mixed doubles?
Oh, I do. I
Great.
love it.
I need you for a lead in the Summersfield mix.
In the Summersfield mix, huh?
I need a lead for the.
Someone to just draw it right to the pin every time.
Every time, and knows how to sweep.
Oh, I love the sweep.
Yeah. We need a lead. I mean, we're the championship team. We're returning champions,
Nice.
and we don't have a lead.
What happened to your lead from last year?
She's staying in Detroit.
She's staying in Detroit. Gonna have to think about that.
And I'll tell you, after seeing mixed doubles back in November, I've rarely seen. It's almost like curling mechanics to watch these people do the draws and the little taps and everything is just working that 4 foot.
It really is. Costa's coming right down to the back of the 4. Catches a little piece of that red, so they're back to sitting 3.
Well, at this point, I think that's a mistake. They came way too far back on that one.
He's made a bit of a pocket for Yellow to come down to.
And he's made it with like an option because that yellow sitting up front is a good bounce bar if they're wide. So they
they can
really
do the in-off off the yellow.
Yeah,
The question is, did he discuss plan A and plan B with his vice?
And did they get it?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll see if Lisa has the, Rachel has been completely put in on the plans A and B.
Well, if you're a good vice, you know what? It didn't have to be discussed.
Well, here's the thing is, it's a 5 and under event. Sometimes you got some folks in new positions, still learning. And, I haven't curled all that long. Long enough to age out of this.
Look at him go.
Let's see.
Look at that shot. Beautiful shot. Beautiful draw.
That's what you want your skip to do.
Yeah.
Looking it over to see if it's really who's shot rock. From here, I'd say it's all yellow. Looks like yellow's got a piece of the pin. Oh, no.
You know what? It really doesn't matter. We still have 2 rocks, yeah. It really doesn't matter because there's another shot left for both of them.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought that was the hammer, and I was going to say,
yeah,
that's what you want your skip to do with hammer.
I mean, at this point, I'd be drawing down in the hopes of being able to bump the yellow out.
Well, so with this broom, looking for a straight draw.
He's I think it's
But it doesn't
yellow.
look like it's going to have any sort of weight to it with that ice.
Better not have too much weight.
You know, we got that broom passing the 12-foot. Pretty aggressive brooming.
Yeah.
Probably will get moved.
Well,
The events they come.
yeah, I'd be worried about crashing into the front yellow.
Well, with that ice, that's possible. Oh,
Yeah.
tightening up the broom a little bit. Matt got down the hatch
Smart move.
and said, I'm not so happy about that.
Mustachio is the
Mustachio.
mustachio.
Now, Scott Brennan, where's your mustachio today?
In honor of Matt, I had to get rid of it.
Here comes, and they're sweeping this
They're sweeping this
real
down.
tight.
See where it's going to
Oh, it's light.
Oh.
It's light.
It's light.
Although,
But you know what? It's blocked off that line into that 4-foot.
or has it, because they still got that raise the yellow. They still got that, hey, there's been stranger things done.
Yeah, well, they're...
And he tried to, he's going to go to the other side.
You know, the other side of the button's wide open. He's still got that catcher's mitt back there. He can even come down with, you know, back 8 weight
Yeah.
and be in good shape.
But actually, if he was able to catch the red one, the front red properly, he could pop all three out of there. Possibly enough to sit 3.
It's possible, but with that broom,
yes.
throw that kind of weight. So it's looking just like a nice firm draw down to the back. So
Maybe he knows a better run we don't.
Block is away. Sweepers are on it right away. Must be on for line. And they're on it. They're sweeping it hard, working it.
No, they've got to be on it for weight.
Made jam on that front guard. No
Is it?
crash. So they've called him
Oh,
up.
no,
They
he's-
don't want to do any damage.
I did not. It was way too light anyways.
Yep, it didn't have enough legs. But again,
Oh, yeah.
we haven't really thrown any shots down that line.
Now, the
So
interesting
it's
question is,
nice.
who had shot?
Pardon?
Who had shot rock?
Oh, that one yellow.
You sure?
It looked like yellow had a piece of the button where the blue did not. We'll see. Oh, it was one red.
Aha.
Wow.
That's why they threw the block.
So, Randy, while you're at the camera controls, maybe at some point we can get a close-up on Mustachio.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to,
Looks like we're just going to go for another center line guard here, close guard. Shots away. Keepers look pretty happy with the weight. This one looks like it might overcurl a bit. Let's see where it ends up. Again, looking just for a close guard right on that center line. Weight's nice. Keepers staying close, maybe to finish it off. Yep, just a nice little finish sweep. All right, Cross is going for that same shot. We're going to draw right down behind cover. Shots away. Sweepers are getting down on it, just keeping it warm, not an aggressive sweep. Want to make sure it doesn't check up on them. Oh, now on it hard for line. Can they get it by that guard? Can they get it by? Close, just a little bit of a rub. But it appears that both of them are still guards, so nothing to be taken out of play yet. Again, center guard, we're going to come the other direction. Not only is Mustachio got the great mustachio, he's got a great pair of green curling shoes. Those look like they were a custom job. Yep. Oh, and they got the sweaters. They got the whole 9 yards. Sweepers are working it. Weight looks pretty good. Again, you don't want this in the house at all. Looking to guard. Beautiful shot. Maybe a little rub and just a little biter. That's all right because just behind a little bit of the corner of that yellow rock. So completely hittable, but a tough shot. All right, Cox are calling again for a draw behind. line. This time we're going out to the wing. So let's see what this line is going to do. Got the broom right in the center line. Trying to come behind that guard. Sweeper staying right off. Looks like weight plenty. It's all down to line. So Costa's got him on it. What we're going to do, we're going to get a little wick, a little rub, and nice roll the other direction. That works. That'll play.
Yeah.
Plan B. Gotta love it. Randy doesn't like Plan B.
No, I actually do. Problem is that usually when I see Plan B, it's someone else doing it to me.
Ah, yeah. I've been on that team.
Yeah. You played against Herb?
I haven't played against Herb in a while. I haven't been able to get the pickup.
Yeah, Herb is usually pretty darn good at Plan B.
Plan B. It's the Plan Z you have to worry about.
Yeah.
Looks like Matt's going to just try and come right down, maybe a little corner freeze. Sweepers are on it right away. Working it hard, so must need a little bit. The line looks pretty good, so it's all about the weight. Maybe a little overslept. Oh, it just gets by. Costa's going to take it right out the back. Looks like that rock didn't need any help.
Oh, break for Rob.
Yeah, definitely a break for Rob. That's what he's looking for.
He hasn't been getting a lot of those lately, I'll tell you. Even at last end where we were sure he got his break.
Exactly. This one looking a little inside. Going to overcurl. So Costa's calling him right off. He says, let it go. I say, yeah, maybe we can get it out the other side. Sweep it. Not going to have the legs to carry it. Again, we have our commentating from our sweeping encouragement from our fans here in the warm room. Wanted the sweepers to put some more muscle behind it. So this is game number, 4 for these teams? Game number 4? Lose count in what game? Costa's trying the same shot here. The sweepers are right off this one, telling him where it is. Line only. Looks like it might just overcurl and just catch a piece of that front one. But, that's a great result. Opens up a port that Costa really just has to make sure he doesn't leave anything. Now, the only thing to be worried about here is that if it's too close, he could be leaving himself in a position to be doubled out. Just the way it doesn't look too bad. Sweeper's keeping it warm.
He's deep. He's deep.
He was hoping for.
Yeah. Well, is he gonna
second shot?
Split. Oh, he split him.
That
might be lucky.
Great. Just a little rub, and both of them moved just enough.
That's another one of those Plan B things. Now they're both sitting behind, some form of guard.
Yep.
Although the one on the left is accessible.
Yeah. It's funny. I wonder how much of that rock the vice can really see from the hack.
Does it matter?
It can.
They're not throwing a straight shot.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to come down with some control weight based on that broom. Shots away. Sweepers are staying close, but right off. And hold on.
That's light.
Sweeping it
Here
hard.
it comes.
See if they can get it by. They have to first get it by that yellow guard.
Looks like it's gotten by.
I remember.
And they're safely by.
Yeah.
So, nice shot, nice line call. Nice job by the sweepers.
Well.
That red's all available, though.
Yeah. So, the red's available, but there's 2 other reds up front that I'm not all that much fonder of.
And they actually.
Well, we're going to come down with normal weight. What's the call? Sweepers right on it, right off of out of the vice his hands. It looks like it's going to come over a little bit. And we've got a jam possibility here if it over curls.
Looks more like a... Oh, no.
Man, there's the jam.
Ow.
Yeah, that's always the
That
challenge
hurts.
when you're, what handle do you want to come to make sure that if it gets away from you, what is the shot that you can afford?
Well,
what's the pro side miss?
Well, yeah, but on the other hand, calling off the sweepers might have let them chip off the yellow and come back online.
Yep.
And they were so concentrated on trying to get it by, they never stopped to think, maybe it won't, let's try and ricochet.
Yep. Again, that's part of the challenge of the 5 and under. You've got folks just, learning, might be new to their positions and maybe haven't had a chance to see all that many rocks. So we'll see what happens.
my pine tree teammate is
guarding it right on up.
Not
again sitting in a position to steal one.
Not one for critique.
Costa's looking at what his options are. Sitting second shot. All right. There is a port out front. Needs some firm weight to get through here. Shots away. Sweepers are staying right off. Sweep and measure on the sweep. Whoa.
Oh my.
Oh, and serve it.
Oh my.
Great shot.
Beautiful
Great
shot
from Rachel Butler.
Wow.
Throwing that nice little pick right down that port. Sitting two. Nice shot. Well swept. Nice line call. See?
Yep.
You didn't.
Oh yeah.
Everyone gets a chance to redeem their shot
Well,
call.
they have to.
It's curling.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing for those of you who aren't curlers that are watching this. Something I was reading recently stated that curling is the only sport in which every single team member is an integral part of every single play.
You might argue that crew is also a similar kind of thing, but you're right. Curling, every player is responsible for every shot. There's no passing of the buck.
No.
It's always the skip's fault is what we're hearing in the background. So we have a question from Curly. Who is the female commentator? This is Tolson or Terry Olson from Broomstones.
We'll get you an update on scores. Scores on sheet 2. Sheet 2 has gone to, where are we here? It's down to 4-1, right?
Looks like Matt was hoping to get a little bit more out of that shot. They'd raise it to the button. But, he's now second shot. It was a great shot. If you can't steal, try to keep your opponent to one. Again, Costa and Butler are looking at what their options are. Rob's trying to figure out, how can he follow up that great shot by Rachel?
Well, do the math and see if you can take out all 3 of those reds with one shot. No, we can't.
Curly, who are you? You know who I am. And it's someone who knows how to spell my name with one R. Must be a Broomstones member.
I believe it is.
Shots away. Sweepers are keeping it warm. Looks like it might be just hanging a bit, and I'm not sure it's got the legs to get there. Alright, so we've got a big guard. Didn't come over quite as much as they had hoped if they were looking for the guard. So Matt quickly away. Looks like he's going to do the same shot. Yeah, the tappity tap tap tap. Red to red just a little bit. He wants to give it enough to outcount that yellow that's in the forefoot, but not so much to send it through. What you love in curling is the chance to throw the same shot that you've already made. Use that muscle memory to your advantage.
Yeah. Or it gives you a chance to miss twice.
Or it gives you a chance to miss twice. I'm always trying to look at it from the other side of the coin if possible.
I agree.
We've got some folks in the warm room wishing that the sweepers would be sweeping it, but they had to stay off for the line. And no.
Just not enough.
So the sweep call was the incorrect call from the warm room because it needed to come over just a little bit more. We're all perfect behind the glass.
Well, while we say that, had they swept it, although the original target red might not have tapped the one sitting on the edge of the floor, it might have rolled all the way into the floor, missing it. Yeah. What you said before about you get your second chance to do the same shot. One of the things you got to remember though is that as soon as another rock comes down that ice, it's changed.
It has, unless they've thrown it through by accident.
Unless they swept it. In which case, it's a similar shot. I don't know if you'd call it the same shot.
Looks like this one just isn't going to have quite the light.
Now, why they're not sweeping it, I don't know.
No. All right, so it's going to just be one yellow. But sometimes all you want to do is get rid of that hammer and go on the seal mode. So.
Well. Yeah, they weren't going to blank that in, so I guess it's take it.
With all those rocks, there was certainly no blank.
Yeah. All right, so we're setting up for the other way around now.
Now, this is an interesting call by Costa. He's calling for the corner guard when he doesn't have hammer. For those of you who don't follow curling, typically the standard conservative move is a center line guard, but he's calling for the corner guard. So let's see what his plan is for this end. Shots away. Will it check up? See where this is going to end up. Sweepers is staying right off. This might have just the weight it needs. Sweeper staying close. And a really nice corner guard. All right, so Matt's going to call his own corner guard on the opposite side of the ice house. Looks like we've got a fan of the South Shore Curling Club online chatting in. Yes, it was a great shot. Guard's way, sweepers are starting to get on it. Again, we're just looking for a corner guard, close, something to hide behind. Another nice guard. All right, so what's Rob going to do next? Going for the center guard. It's definitely an untraditional strategy in the sense so far. We'll see how it plans out.
Well,
he doesn't have the hammer, but his first shot was a corner guard.
I think he's trying to draw in this time.
That was a called shot.
Somebody might have reminded him that he didn't have hammer.
It could be that, he's gotten used to having hammer and he forgot that maybe he wanted a center guard. Oh, let's see. That
looks like it's a little heavy.
It's going to hang on to the back. And it's going to just hang on to the back of this 12 play. All right. Matt Mustachio is calling for the draw behind of his own corner guard. Stopped away. We'll see if the lead has adjusted her weight so she can just come behind that great guard she put up. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. Must be on just for line. They're going to get by that guard with a good 6 inches. So, let's see what's going to happen here.
Going back.
Going back.
Going back. It's going back. Oh, it didn't go back quite as far as the other one went back,
No,
though.
it's got a nice line behind that guard and is out counting the yellow. So Kayser's just going to try and follow him right down.
Still early right now. They're just backing for other shots.
Yeah. Anything behind the key line is backing for future shots.
I like to say between 10 and 2. Anything that's sitting at 9 or 3, that
Available
might
for
be
an
just
off.
biters.
Sweepers are working this one hard. They come up. Let's see. Kayser's out there to give him a hand. How deep can they get this rock? And it's going to end up being a mid-guard. We're going to have a slightly different line here, still going to the draw behind. We haven't really thrown anything down this line, have we?
No, we haven't actually. Folks have a tendency of going down one line. They watch the others, especially at this level where you're trying to read the other guy's shots. One of the really big problems with that is that when you're not the person holding the broom, you're behind the person holding the broom. You're not always sure that they actually were on the broom when the shot was made. So reading the ice can burn you.
Yeah, and that's where you always have to be looking at, where do they release to? Got a little rub on that guard, sweeping it, see if they can't get it out of the way.
And actually, if you're doing a tricky shot and you think that the other one's just going to try and follow you down the path, you'll take an off broom and tell the shooter to play 2 inches in or 4 inches in.
There are some teams who do that. They place the broom, but what they've done is
Shooting for the foot.
Shoot for the foot.
Yep.
So they're trying to play some psychological games against the opponent to see if they'll bite.
And they do.
And sometimes they do.
I know, because I've bitten.
You've been bitten.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jeff Carruthers.
All right, that one again played off the guard, and it looks like we might have an injury.
Uh-oh.
Not quite sure what's happening here. Little team discussion. We'll see what's happening. Maybe it's a question of a burn. May have a knee injury.
May have a knee injury out there. It looks like it.
It's unfortunately an injury. We never like to see a player go down. Hopefully it's just a little tweak and able to put some ice on that. And is it knee or is it back? Hard to say. Definitely walking gingerly. Taking a minute to breathe, collect yourself. Looks like she's trying to decide if she's up to going on. Unfortunately, we didn't see what transpired, but we're just hoping that she's okay. Well, we've got a pause in the action. Let's do a quick recap on our other sheets. On sheet 1, we have the Broomstones team of Adam Jacobson throwing the Red Rocks against the Broomstones team of Todd Hebert. We're in the 5th end on that game, and right now it's red over yellow, so Jacobson over Hebert 4-3. In sheet 2, we have Broomstones versus Potomac 1. Right now, that looks like Broomstones is in charge of that game, leading that one 5-1, and they're currently sitting shot. And over on sheet 4, who do we have? We've got Schenectady versus Utica. Utica is throwing Red Rocks, currently up 4-1, and they've got a counter in the top of the forefoot. Looks to be in pretty good position. We'll give you an update on what's going on sheet 3 as soon as we know more information. We sent some ice out to Chris. Hopefully, thank you, Mike, for ferrying that out. Again, we're hoping that Chris is all right. Want to make sure she doesn't push herself and get even more injured. Hopefully it's just a little tweak and she'll be able to press on.
I completely understand if it's a problem. That's the same thing that happened to me at the Dyke Garage test. I was struggling through an injury the entire weekend, and third game of the day, and Saturday I kind of gave that up.
That was the end of your weekend.
Yep.
So again, sometimes you're struggling with that injury and you try and go through. It can definitely end your weekend early.
Now, curling and knees have never been friendly together. There's so many people with knee injuries in this place.
Well, and if you look at some of the folks who learn a different delivery style, there's some folks who toe tuck, and that definitely takes a toll on the knees.
When I learned to deliver in the 1970s, where it was basically the heel to crotch move.
Right, so that's again that toe tuck.
And if I play.
Oh, it's a back injury, not a knee. All right, well, okay.
Oh, that's a whole different story.
Walks away. And they got a lucky roll.
Yes,
off
they did.
That red guard.
A very nice roll.
Yeah, very nice roll for yellow.
Yeah, they're sitting behind a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of cover up there, but the forefoot's still wide open.
Yeah, but you've got to be able to draw to it. There's nothing to keep them there.
Well, even if you come up a little short and you leave yourself something to tap, that's all right. Matt called for a draw right down. Sweepers are on it right away. You can see the sweepers there working that rock. Looks like how's the line looking? Looks like it might just over curl a touch.
It's going to crash? No?
Is it good? They got
It's through.
Oh, it's just a little rough.
Little Rob, and they're sitting up in front. It's guarding the forefoot more than being.
Yeah, but you know what? Great effort by the sweepers.
Yeah.
They almost got it by. If they'd gotten it by, that would have been fantastic. So good effort. So right now, Custer's in a position to steal one, so he can just put up a center line guard.
Yeah,
Doesn't look like guard weight though. Looks like maybe he's looking to bump this back and leave himself a tap back.
Looks like they're trying to draw it in, actually. The handle's got it coming over. Here it goes.
On it.
And it's coming across. Yeah, they're going to chip? No.
You know what?
They were light.
It was right weight for the guard. That's the challenge, is trying to call the weight without a rock watcher. Gotta get my rock watcher out of my purse so I can get better commentary.
Watch.
All right, let's see what.
See, that's old school versus new school. I see someone with a stopwatch, and I'm going like, oh my God, no.
There's nothing that's foolproof, but it gives you a sense. Every delivery is different, but it just is a sense. It's a tool. It can't be.
The truth is, I use a tool too. I listen to the rock going down the ice, and the different tone is going to tell me what speed it's going at.
Looks like little draw top of the toe didn't have enough to bump that back. So Custer's in a position where, he can just come down and put a guard. It's great to be able to throw a guard when you're the skip. Know that you're stealing one, and all right. This is where your lead wants to see if you can throw a guard too. with a sweeper, this is where some of the mixed doubles training can be handy. You know, your ability to throw and then sweep your own rock.
Yeah, you know what? That's one thing that I really disagree with at this level, because if you jump up to follow your stone to sweep, you've probably messed up your delivery.
Well, and that's the thing. It doesn't matter whether you're playing mixed doubles or four-man, and here you can see Kayser helping out a sweeper. You always have to finish your release before you worry about sweeping anything. This looks like a nice guard. Doesn't need to be real deep. A nice mid-guard, and it really chokes off all of Matt's options. You can see from our house, or camera from behind the house, there's a lot of traffic. Rob, let's see what he's got here. Looks like he might try and angle raise the red rock that's just off the 12-foot. Let's see what this is going to do. Again, we've not thrown a lot of shots on this outside part of the sheet. Mostly we've been going inside out. So now outside in, let's see what happens. Looks like firm weight. Sweepers are right off. No, they're on it, working it hard, sweeping hard. Let's see what happens here. Coming down, is he going to be able to get through there? Just a little crash on that yellow corner guard that Costa called for at the beginning of the game. Look at that. Working for him.
You never know.
Those are the things you can't predict, right? Now, here's the challenge, is that we have that shot that, you know, on the 8-foot, Costa shot rock, but it's wide open. So he's got to put a guard. He's got to put a guard out there. It can be a long guard, but he's got to take that pass down away from Mustachio.
Well, you know, on the other hand, we said this at the beginning and the end. How many shots have been taken on that ice?
Well, I think this is like the third shot.
and how much does it really curl?
You know, it's hard to tell because we're not sure if people are hitting the broom because that one's real far inside.
That's right.
And he's on the sweep line. He didn't get out to the broom, so that's going to over-curl. The weight was all there, you know, didn't need a lot of weight. So the depth would have been fine, just didn't get out to the broom, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know. On the other hand, maybe he was scared that if he was a little too much weight, that he was going to take
Sometimes
push
it's
the
hard
red
to
in.
get out to really commit to sliding to the edge of that 12-foot, you
Well,
know.
it's also the fact that you're looking at three reds that could have been raised in by mistake. There was a downside to that shot.
Without a doubt.
And that'll make someone choke.
Yep, so here we go. Matt is looking to take this out. There is a jam possibility on that yellow rock in the back of the 12-foot, and if it hits the angles right, it would still be shot rock. Coming down with firm weight. Sweepers are right off, but they're waiting.
Yep.
It looks like it's just hanging out, and Matt's not happy with that shot.
Well, that's okay. I've been watching Matt slide, and if you want someone who's not happy, give him about 10 years, and we'll see what's left of his knee.
Oh, and we got a tear out of Mustachio. So it's steal a one by South Shore, and you know they're right back in the game. 3-2. You know, coming into the sixth end. No mixed doubles tomorrow. I know. I'm very upset. I wasn't able to play last week. Mixed doubles, a game near and dear to my heart.
We got score update on it's now 5-1.
Update of score on sheet 4. It's 5-1 Utica. Now, even with that pause that we had for the injury to the South Shore player, this sheet is playing ahead of all the other sheets on the ice. They're the only ones starting the sixth end. Costa's called for a center guard. And look, Chris is in the hack. That's what we like to see. Hopefully she's not rushing herself back, but glad to see her back on the ice. Weight looks pretty good. Just needed to check up a little bit. Sit. 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 And just going to slide into the top of the 8-foot. So now, Matt's got a decision. Take it out or ignore it. We're going to just take this out. Looks like we had a little bit of a miscommunication on sheet 2. They were going to do a measure, and unfortunately a teammate moved their rock out of there, negating the ability to measure. That's why you never move a rock until the vices start kicking rocks. This hit looks like it's going to... Was it the vice who moved the wrong rock? Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Good takeout by Ardsley. Wide open house again. Chris Costa will have another shot at that center guard.
Alright, what's the shirt name? Bacon. Barium, cobalt, nitrogen.
We're admiring Bob O'Reilly's bacon shirt.
They just happen to spell bacon. Hey, I don't think there's barium in bacon. There might be nitrogen.
He's wearing a shirt that has...
I thought it was like going to be one of those clever t-shirts.
It's kind of clever.
Yeah, now it's...
All right, so Bob, what is it? We've got barium, cobalt, and nitrogen. Spell it out. Spell bacon. And it goes beautifully, Bob, with your beanie hat.
I am making a fashion statement.
All right. We've got a mid guard for yellow. Looks like Matt's going to call for his lead to just come right behind it. Line looks good. Keepers. See, it's all about the line. The weight's all there. You're going to get by this guard with a couple inches to spare. Heavy, and Costa's able to sweep it right out the back.
Thank you, Phil.
Alright, so now South Shore looks to try and come behind their own guard.
There we go. So let's do an update of the scores real quick. We've got on sheet 1, it is now, let's see, 5-3.
We had a question about the lead for South Shore, and it looks like she's
For
able
Jacobson.
to throw, but the sweeping is really just the question with that back. So
On sheet 2, it's now 5-3 for Broomstone.
top of the 12-foot, Pistachio wants that gone.
And 5-1 for Utica over Schenectady.
Shots away, sweepers are working it for line. Sweeping it hard, sweeping it hard. Can they get a piece? It looks like it's going to just click on that guard. But that's all right, because it opens it up. So, what will Costa do? What would you do here, Randy? Would
I'd
you put a
dump
guard back
another
up?
guard in and make them chase me.
Best guard is a second shot, right?
I thought you didn't like splitting the house.
No, I'm saying, you know.
That's what I call the
guard
first.
is second shot. I didn't say where it had to be. You could split it. It looks like he's going to try and come around or tap it. A lot of ice for a tap. Let's see if we, that one.
Yeah, it's also light.
Costa's going out to give her a hand. Rachel is working it. Now we're sweeping it hard. Sweeping it hard. Hurry, hurry,
Oh, she
hurry.
got it in.
Just get it by. Nice draw. Very nice draw.
Well, you know, it's not all that far off what they would have ended up with a straight tap.
And no, not a split house. But still, second shot.
I'll flip forward, backward.
Again, Mustachio's just looking to clean this up, take out that front one. Possibility of a double. The angles are there. Looks like it's a shot hanging a little bit wide. He may have released his touch wide. He's coming back up for him now, though. Wow, look at that curl. All right. And will it have enough? Moved it over, but not enough. And, you know, it took a little quarter turn and still a biter there. And the house is split, but it wasn't a called split. The great thing about skipping behind those glass is you're never wrong.
We just wait till the shot's taken and we call it.
That really doesn't help our viewers online.
Sure does. We're always right.
They might want to know what the shot is prior to it actually happening.
It didn't happen, so it doesn't matter. Don't confuse the issues.
Got 33 viewers. Thank you all for tuning in. A lot of curling left this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here until
Tammy Gouveia and Joe Shar, event coordinators. So do we have some A semifinals coming up today? Next draw, we've got a scrape that we'll leave the cameras on so you can all enjoy the scrape. But coming up at 4:15, we do have the A semifinal games coming up. Unfortunately, I don't know who's playing in them, but we've got a Philly versus Schenectady on one sheet. And Philly, Bucks County, boy, Pennsylvania is very well represented in that A event. All right, so we got a takeout, and is Costa able to sweep it? No. But again, remember, he's still sitting shot, and he's looking to steal.
You know, I don't know if I'd do that right now if I wouldn't just draw onto the red one.
You could corner freeze down to the red one. That's certainly a viable shot.
It means he ain't going anywhere with it trying to take it out.
And it also means that, you know, it's just one less rock that they can count later on.
Yeah.
All right, shots away.
Great.
Line looks pretty good. How's the weight? Looks like we're sweeping. Needs a little bit. Oh, it's up there. Definitely a challenge when you have one sweeper. Sometimes you just need that other person to...
Oh, look at her come in. Yeah.
Bounce ideas off of. Well, you know, it's a good shot. They're sitting 1 and 2. Mustachio doesn't like that, so he's going to get rid of that. And this shot, even if the shot overcurls and takes out that front one, that's fine. Just opening it up. Shots away.
God, be scared of a...
Good. Sweepers are right off.
Yeah. You shoot wide though. And
it's starting to move now.
Yeah, it's just going to chip.
Matt's hoping he can use his head and just...
He's going to wreck off his own. Yeah, but that chip almost didn't take it out.
I was wondering if Matt was going to kick that rock out of the back of the house before it went out of play, but he waited. It went out the sideline. It was over the shoot line. But you know, sometimes that happens in curling is people assume it's going to go out. So South Shore, did they call for the freeze, Randy? Or are they just drawing to split the house? Missed the call. Sorry about that, folks. Some sort of draw. Rock is away. And Rob is definitely taking time to make sure that he's completing that delivery before he gets up. Look, it needs to curl, but this needs to get some legs. They need to be on this. They need to make sure it's deep enough that they're not leaving Matt a double. And just a little bit of a stagger. Is it double there? Probably. Is it a tough one? Probably. Matt's just looking for the safe play. The conservative, just take it out. And if he takes it out, he should still be shot. So Randy, you know, you're up 1 with hammer. What would you do here? Would you just go for the 1, or would you try and take out the go for the double? Be aggressive. In the 6th end, no, this is your first shot. So it's looks like he may have flipped that off, flipped it out of his hand a little bit. Came back nicely. And, oh, unfortunate roll, and yellow is still shot there. He does, but he wanted to hit that a little bit more nose, a little flatter, so it didn't roll out. That is true. I was going to say, I'd take this out. So that looks like, yep. And it looks like he may even try and go for the double, getting, yep. Again, they've got a little momentum going after that steal, so. So with this broom, you should be throwing some pretty firm weight. Got some fans online rooting for the Queens rink at the 4:15. Looks to be Dion. All right, the sweepers are on it. Might be a little inside. Can he get a piece of it? And no, just inside.
And that was why the first shot wasn't a bad one where it was sitting.
So now, Mustachio has an open hit for 3, and that's where that 1 in the wings really comes back into play.
And you know, that also speaks to something that I'm very, very, very touchy on, is throwing at anything that's takeout weight or that has a run through the house possibility when going through the house leaves you stranded.
So would you did you like get a turn?
I don't know that I would have bothered trying to take it out. I might have tried tapping off it and rolling over. You know, put 2 in the house, put 2 counting. That means he's got to do a double.
You know, but that, this might not make it. Does it have enough? They're trying to use the body language.
It's enough for 1. It's enough for, it's enough for 2. It's 2.
Looks like 2. He got lucky there and caught just enough to roll it out.
Wow.
All right, so we've got that could be a momentum change. So it's 5-2. Ardsley over South Shore Curling. Got 2 ends left. And right now, the way it's shaping up, Matt will have hammer coming home. So he's just going to do a conserve, nice safe center guard.
Good on 1, 5-3, 2, 5-2.
All right, sweepers are on it. Looks like it may get a little more over the center line than they were hoping. Mustachio's out to give him a hand. Looks like it's going to be a long guard. All right, looks like Rob's calling just to draw right behind. shots away. Keepers are keeping it warm. Keepers are working it hard. Can they get it to Barry?
Oh, they're on their left. They got one round left.
And it's going to be just a corner guard.
Before the time.
So if it's not going to get all the way back, that's the right place to leave it, because you don't have to worry about the other team being able to take it out quite yet. Looks like Matt's hoping to come around behind that. Use that yellow guard to his own advantage. Keepers are working it.
Hope he doesn't raise it.
Hope he doesn't raise it, but it looks like it's, let's see. He's going to get just a...
Oh, and he bites.
And, yeah, the red is biting, the yellow is not, but that means that Costa can take out that red rock.
Yes.
He's got hammer. He needs to take a couple here to leave himself just down one, coming home without.
I don't know how much he wants to start playing weights that if he misses are going to end up being racked stones in back of the playfield.
That's true. You have to be careful not to,
But your front end doesn't do a lot of takeouts in this level.
Sure they do. They might not be the takeouts that you're expecting, the people with a little more experience, but you certainly have a front end who can hit.
The problem is, again, if you miss your takeout, you've got nothing left. And when you're down, you need your stones in play.
Rocks in play are definitely, especially, you need all those...
Oh, my God, that's threading the needle.
Through that little tiny port. Yes,
Touchdown.
There was enough room to fit a rock through. So...
And a couple of hairs.
We've got Dave Fink in the house. Are you enjoying the spectator this weekend?
Always enjoy it.
We appreciate everyone coming out and giving a hand and spectating.
Get some good messages there?
The chats are pretty quiet today.
Later on, some good matches later on.
Exactly. I think people just